Hello and welcome. In this video I will show you how to handle forms in PHP. Form element is used for handling for creating the forms, and basically we have to focus over this. First of all, I am going to create a form in HTML based program, a head and the body, and in this way I am going to provide a beautiful title, this form handling with PHP. So first of all, let's create a form. I am going to create a form, and then I am going to create a simple login information. Suppose username, and input type is equals to text, input type is equal to text, name is equal to username. That's it. And password we are going to provide, type is equal to password, and the name is very compulsory to be provided when you are using to process, because this is the name through which I am going to save my data. I am going to save my this page with the with name login form.php. Always save your program with extension PHP. If you are going to use, you are providing your processing with the help of PHP. I'm going to create a submit. So what I was talking, basically you have to provide the name for all your input elements, all the form components except the buttons, because these are the values that will be transferred to the next page, and these will be the names through just like a variable that will be used to store the values you will provide in these input elements. So let's run this program in Chrome, and I will use my local host. Oh, my spelling is not right. Local host. So you can see my values. So what we want to do, I want to provide username and password here, and then what will happen. So let's talk about some important thing that I will discuss. There are two elements of form element. There are two attributes of form element. This is my form element, and there are two attributes. First is called the action attribute, and second is called the method attribute. Action attribute is nothing. Action attribute is basically used to provide the target page to which you want to transfer the values. Basically we will provide some values like here, and whatever we want that this values will be transferred to that page, we will provide through action attribute. But if you do not provide the action attribute, it will take the same page as the target page. That means this will be the same page. Suppose I am going to click the submit button. Look at this, the data, user and password has been transferred to this page. So this is the way, this is the main thing. If you want to transfer your data to some other pages, you can provide in this way. Let's suppose I am going to transfer the data to process.php. So let's reload the page, and then I am going to create ABCD is my password, and look at this submit. And you can see the process.php. Don't focus on this one, object not found, error 404, because I haven't created this page. If I created this page, you can find out. But look at this, my previous was the same page, but this was process.php and the whole thing was same. This is because we have specified that the data will be transferred to this page. Second thing is the method attribute. If method attribute is used to specify the way in which the data will be transferred, it will depends upon the sensitivity of the data, that how you want to transfer the data. It takes one of the two values, get and post. By default, this is the default value. The get is the default value. That means whatever you are providing your data will be password through URL. Look at this, I have created some password, and look at this, the data has been password through URL. This is the URL, data has been transferred. So we know that our password is very sensitive, and you can see what I typed in my password field. So if the data stored in this form is not sensitive, you can use. But if the data is very sensitive, just like password, then you do not use this get method. Change the method to post. So let's create method is equal to post. Look at this, what will happen now. I am going to provide some values. Look at this. Now data has not been passed through URL. This is the main advantage of post method. So now let's talk about the process.php page. I am going to create this page, and this is my process.php page. Saving it, process.php page. And what I want to do, I am going to print some login successful, and look at this, what will happen now. I am going to data, and I am going to enter some data, and look at this, login successful. So basically what I want to do, whatever I have written here, I want to catch these values here. How can I do that? For this purpose, I will explain you. There are basically some kind of inbuilt arrays that store your data that has been transferred to this one. These are called super global arrays. Super global array variables. So what are the names of these arrays? First is called the $_get. Second is called the $_post. Third is called the $_request. Fourth is called $_server, $_session, and $_cookie, we have provided now, environment. So there are different types, and one more thing, $_files. So these are the global array variables that has been basically used. So these are the super global array variables that I basically use, so, that are basically available in my all pages. So what I basically want to do, I am going to print these variables. Because these are array variables, I have to use print r function, $_get, $_get. And the second array variable is called print_r, $_post. So I am going to print these arrays. First of all, the get array dr, and the next array is echo the post array br, and let's suppose reload. So you can see the get array basically yeah, now it looks better. Wait. You can see I haven't provided the password, so I am going to provide my username, and password is my name, and click on this one. So username is this one and password is this one. So you can see why this was stored in post, not in get. Why? Because I have used the method post. But if I do not provide the method, what will happen now? I am going to reload the page. I am going to provide my name, and ABCD is my password, and look at this. Now in this time the array element was stored in get array, because we have used the get request. You can see the URL and you can see the values. If I want to use these values, we can, because I know I have I can see that my values has been stored in get array. I can print these elements also. So how can I print these elements? I am going to echo, and I am going to print the username. How can I provide? $_get. This is my array name, and the values are user, and look at this, what will happen now. Very good, username is this one. Now if I want to print the password, we can echo br, and the password is $_get and pwd. Pwd is what? Pwd is the key. PWD is the key. Why PWD is the key? Because we have provided the name here. So this is the term basically used, done. And so this is the way in which we can access the elements stored in our forms. So you can see. And one more thing, basically I will discuss only the above 3 super global elements, not these elements. I will discuss all these elements in my later videos. So this is the use when the form method is get. This element is this array variable store the values when the form method is post, and this method, this global variable, this global array is used when the form method may be get or post. It may be anything, it will automatically get whatever you want to store. So how can I do that? Basically let us see how it is done. So what I basically want to do, I am going to create a new page PHP. For this practical I am going to show you the second thing, process2.php. I am going to save this page as process2.php page. So now let's talk about print underscore r dollar underscore request. What is the content of this? And I am going to change the page to process2.php and open this form, reloading, and nothing. Look at this, the element was stored here, process2.php. But what if I'm going to change the request as method is equal to post? What will happen now? I'm going to go back and then reload the page so that it will get update. And what will happen now? You can see. So it will automatically get processed if I am going to use a request process variable. So if I want to use the username, how can I do that? Dollar underscore request and the user. If I want to print the password, then we can print the password by using dollar underscore request pwd. So look at this, now you can see. So here is the way we can use the get, post and request global, super global variables, that super global array variables in PHP. This is the way how can we use this elements. Thank you.